Okay, I'm glad here. Let's talk about superstars. I hate them. I hate a great salesman. First thing, they're never happy. They're never happy. You can give this guy this, and he goes, I should have had another 8 cents on my check because of this and that. And they're always they're always willing to change locations too, or companies. So you got this superstar. He was working for ABC Windows, and he was making 80. You're going to give him 100. You're going to give him a great territory. Blah blah blah. He comes to work for you. 3 months later, guess what? Billy Bob, window coverings, calls him up. Goes, listen, I'll give you a little more money. He goes, okay, I'm out of here. And then what does he do? He steals your techs that do the installation because he knows all the good ones and he knows a lot of your best customers. And yeah, he could have signed a non-compete and then you got to take him to court and blah, blah, blah. And it just is chaos because you might get him for his non-compete, but you can't get the company from hiring all your good techs and all your good clients. So what I look for, I don't look for superstars. I'll look for someone that has enthusiasm in their game. And I'll give you an example. I had a guy, his name was John, and I drive a decent car. I'm not one of these guys going to tell you, oh, I drive with this and I got all this money, and if you listen to me, you'll be rich like me. I hate those guys. I made $100 million this week, and if you sign on to my program, you can make $100 million too. I'm not selling it. So I'm not even going to tell you what I drive. So I pull up, and I'm a patron member of the opera. I got a hot date. We pull up. He opens up my door. He gets in. And one thing I really impressed about me, not only, there was a few things. So first thing, he used the handle of my door to open the door. He didn't hold the handle and then put his handprint on my window because my everything I have is clean. I like clean stuff. And he sits down there, and there's like a Coke can and a little wrapper. He goes, should I throw this away for you? I go, yeah, you could do that. I never had a valet guy give a crap about what's in my car. And then without slamming the door, he gently used the door handle, closed it, and drove away. I come back, done with the opera. He opens the door with the handle and shuts the door with a handle. I can't tell you how many valet guys, you got this minted car, right? Beautiful car, all cleaned up for your hot date. And he takes his two hands and he shuts your door by putting handprints on your window. I get out and I kill these guys. I go through the roof. And I said to myself, this kid's good. So I handed him my business card. I said, listen, if you want a job, let's talk. Well, he worked for me for 17 years until I sold my company. And when he left, he was making $180,000 a year driving a new King Ranch pickup truck. But there was I could have beat him to death 100 times. But he had the eye for detail, he was polite, he was well groomed, and he had enthusiasm for just parking cars. Just parking cars. And I'll give you another story. My banker, it's a small bank. I like to do business with business people. I don't like dealing with these massive companies, because they really don't care. And they're always turning over staff. So my small banker always had different tellers at the gate, at the window, and I had to show her my ID and go through this whole spiel. And I go to my banker, I go, Bill, what's the deal? You're always changing bankers. He says to me, well, Ed, the big banks are always stealing my people. They're always stealing my people. And I go, well, what do you need? What's a teller? What are the qualifications for a teller? I mean, not like they need a license to fly a jet plane or anything. He goes, well, they got to be drug tested and they got to be good with money. I said, okay, drug testing, good with money, who would I talk to? I said, Walmart. He goes, Walmart? I go, yeah, go to Walmart. He goes, what are you talking about? I said, they're all drug tested. Go to cashiers that are always working with money. And they're making 39 and a half hours with no benefits, no nothing. And they have no self-esteem. I mean, just imagine a kid. What'd your mama do? She's working at Walmart. You go work for, go get an apartment. What do? I work at Walmart. It's not cool. I could take that woman. So I told him, you go to Walmart and you find a person that has what they call it. It. And it is something that you can't teach. It's just, the word enthusiasm comes from the Greek word of with God. Someone has God inside them. Now, I'm not getting on a soapbox about the word God, but it has that inner joy, that inner peace. They're happy. Regardless of what they do, they're happy. And you see how her money drawer is. How she handles her money. And also, does she take the milk and put it on top of the eggs, or the eggs on top of the milk? And is she always smiling? And I'll give you an example. So many people will go to a particular girl on a register, a particular teller. Why? Because they like her. No, I'll wait for Rosie over here. I want Rosie to take my money. And sure enough, he went there, he went to a few of them, and he found the one that counted the money out, pleasant, smile, just had that, hired her. He said, man, she is loyal, she will hunt for me, she will fight for me. And, and there's also potential for her. And she's getting in there. I mean, believe it or not, doing that can change someone's life, man. You could change someone's life. Just taking them out of some crap job and giving them the opportunity that they can blossom. And they can take other classes. And they can come from a teller to a loan officer to whatever. And stuff like that I like to do. I want to empower people. I want to groom them. I don't want some brat that is overpaid and thinks his shit doesn't stink. Forget that guy. I'll take the girl. It might take me 6 months to build her up, but man, she will be a dog for me. She will hunt for me. So that's my advice about superstars.